I'm not gonna lie, it feels kind of good to be back on a normal schedule. I think in like the future, like I think February and March are probably gonna be my break months from like the constant uploads, just because there's so many servants that go on rate up. And if this year is anything to say, it might be another dead period. Next year, not so much NA, but JP, it's up in the air. I don't mind slowing down these 2 months and then kicking back into gear once things pick up. But we are talking about Galatea. It feels like I was just talking about Galatea because I recently did the Berserker tier list. You should go and watch that if you haven't already. Also in the community tab, I have a poll going on if you want to see Nero Bride and Osaka Bahime videos with my better audio quality. If you like don't want to be flooded, I completely understand, but if you want just cleaner sounding audio, like up to my normal standard, put your opinion in the poll. I have no issue doing videos for these servants, but I don't want to flood people's notification box with filler videos, especially when I like recently did these servants. It's not even that I did them a year ago like Galatea. These are servants I literally just did. So let's get into Galatea, and I'm gonna come back to these two at the end of the video. So Galatea, she comes out this Friday, and I should be doing a stream like when Akihabara goes live. Get some of that done before work. She is an interesting servant. When she came out, there was hype, and then Vlad got buffed, and then people said they already killed this servant. Then they buffed her later this year, or she will get buffed later this year. She has a very different playstyle compared to other single target berserkers such as Kremhild or Vlad. She has high buster crit focus. The teams you can do with her are more diverse than what you can do with Vlad, technically. Her having this single arts card here is mostly a curse until you consider other supports than just Castoria. I actually saw a video by Plushie this morning where it was Galatea in her optimal team comp, and she was just buster critting non-stop. So let's get into it. Base attack, just below average, just like less than 100. I wouldn't worry about it. She's a berserker too, so the equivalent attack goes up to like 12,000. It's not exactly like that, but kinda. That's how you can kind of think of it. HP, hype for a berserker. Like, you look at Ku Alter, he has like 12,000. She's decently tanky. These are berserker numbers. MP charge, I really don't like this is 0.6, but when you see her MP, you kind of understand, but at the same time, she only gets one arts card. They could have thrown her a bone. They made this 0.8, would have made it better. 5 hit quick, nice. Decent hits on these, good. 5 hit extra. And as a berserker, she has this 5% MP charge every time she gets hit. And unlike other berserkers, she can take the hit. She can stand to get hit and still live fairly well. Also, I kind of do like the simplistic design of her. Like pants. And then she's just chiseled like a statue. Which, if you know her lore, is relevant. So, first skill, 30% arts, 30% buster, 1-time 3-turn buff removal resistance. This is... with how many buffs we're stacking, especially in esports, it is good to have this just in case, because otherwise your run is dead You're on turn 2, you like break the second bar, all your buffs are gone, and now you have to like do the last turn with nothing, which, especially if you're trying to min turn with Oberon, that is like you just screw, you're done. No buffs, and you try to, and Oberon's supposed to come in, your damage is gonna be shit. And then 20% battery, and this is static. In her case, it really doesn't matter that this is only 20%. You usually have supports to buff her up to 100. You just won't have to use all the buffs. And depending on your team, you might have more charge options than just block 50 or... I mean, she's with Castoria, so the 20 and 30s. So, not the biggest deal for her. It's nice that she has a battery, but the fact that it's 20, it's like, and it's whatever, you're probably going to waste some of it. Second skill, a very... This is just like one hell of defensive skill. 1 time 3 turn guts, and it's stackable with other guts. Good. Increases defense 2 times 3 turns, 100%. This means if they are not buffed up, and even if they are buffed up, you're still barely taking any damage, even from crits. 100% defense means you are taking 0 damage most of the time. If you want to like really shore it up, get damage cut by 1,000, and then you are taking no damage. Well, 100% defense, there's always the chance of you taking like some damage that will just get multiplied, and that's where you start taking like baby damage. Damage cut will make it so you're not even taking that baby damage. But there is a problem with this. The guts might not pop because of this high defense, which is like good and bad. Like if you're double stacking, it works. And also if you are reducing cooldown, you can literally stack this guts with itself, not like a Bonsi or... Actually, I don't even remember if she has the guts on her Bonsi. My brain is fried from doing all these tier lists. Yeah, she might be able to stack this guts with itself. If her Bonsi is guts, which I wouldn't be surprised if it is. It is. It is. Yeah. So, very good defensive skill, TLDR. It just, some things might... The guts might not even prop. That's what I'm saying. You gotta be like, if you're popping this skill, like just off the rip, you gotta be careful, like that your health is just too high that you won't even need this, and the guts part will be wasted. Third skill. This is a great skill, but the whole thing is like Galatea's refund. As you can see, she has a triple buster deck as an art servant. How is she gonna refund? There we go. Just give her the Vitch treatment before Vitch even came out. Oh wait, no, her buff came out after Vitch. So they saw Vitch and said, oh, you have an art servant with a triple buster deck that has shit refund right now. Maybe we should fix that. So I brought this up in the tier list. If you pop double Vitch, and then you have Atlas, so you reduce the cooldown, you can double stack this, which I don't advise because of this part here. I'm saying it's possible you can double stack this skill and get 40% MP for every buster card. But then you're losing like the good stuff about this skill. So back to it, because they didn't buff this original part. 2k heal for the party, along with a debuff cleanse every turn for 3 turns. This skill is really, really good. And unironically, if you put Galatea as a support for servants like Tamamo Cat, like Okita Okita's Summer Okita, and Fran. This will cleanse them of their stun, so it's not a problem. But are you really gonna use a single target art servant as a support? I don't think so. Also, the fact she's a 5-star, so you're using another cost just to cleanse off. Like you really are just better off with BB. But as say I don't want to say solo servant, although she kind of can, kinda. But in a boss fight with them spamming debuffs or like delayed debuffs, this is great. Because if they pop a debuff on you that like is, or if they pop like a delayed, like terror or confusion, this is gonna cleanse it right off, so you don't have to worry about it. Which is also like another reason not to use double Castoria with her, because then that's just debuff overkill. That is like really is just overkill. Granted, Castoria's cleanse during your turn. This is after. But most of the time it's like good enough. So when she comes out first, she's gonna feel underwhelming refund wise, but this really does fix it up. Madness Enhancement EX 12%. Really sucks that she doesn't have crit synergy from her own kit. She is meant to be more tanky and spamming her MP. That's depending on your supports. Spamming the MP is either really easy or hard, and you're just going like full on into buster crits. And also some debuff resistance here, which is always nice. She is supposed to be a single target DPS. For almost all of them, I would recommend extra attack, just because you're supposed to be hitting as many cards with them as possible. And you know, QABs for her like are pretty good. Like this is a good quick card. It's not shit. This is a good one. So like you can get better crit synergy. You can get crits on the busters easier if you lead with the MP followed by quicker buster. But mana loading, again, always going to be useful. Helps you start, lets you not use some battery skills just to start off. Gives you more leeway. MP, 9-hit art single target and guaranteed drain. So she's tanky, and she stops people from MPing her into oblivion. Good. And then her overcharge is stacking MP damage. She's supposed to be looping her MP like crazy. 9 hits is a lot of hits. It's a lot. If you get overkill, forget it. You're looping probably half your MP. And then every time you do that, you do more damage. And then back to her ball and CE. One-time guts arrives at 20% HP. And when the guts is procced, everyone gets a 20% battery in the party. That's on the field. Does not work with the backline. Would be cool if it did. And this part is one time. I like to see. It's good for solo servants, or especially berserkers, to have guts, and guts that do good stuff. Granted, 20% battery isn't the most. Like this, she'll die and then she might have her MP because of this guts proccing. So I'm all for it. I think it's good. And yeah, this is Galatea. Should you summon for her? I have to preface that Galatea, after this banner, much like Ritra, is permanent. So maybe don't go all in on her. Like, she is good. I don't think she's the best. It's weird synergy. She's like kind of all over the place, but not in a bad way. It's just they're not using her like a normal single target arts DPS. Dude, like her kit is modern, her upstairs looks great. There's nothing wrong with her. It's just servants like Vlad are like, you know, they're like arts crit DPS. You know they're dropping the stars to crit on their arts cards, or the extra stars are for QABs or something. Galatea, like, it's harder. She can't do a full arts chain. You're meant to be like mixing up the cards. So I do think you should save, because who knows, you might get spooked on Vitch or Morgan's banner and get her. So going for the other servants, like, it's not going to look like this. Each servant is going to have their own banner. Nero's starts on Sunday. I will be summing for her on stream starting at 9 a.m., 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, probably 9 if I had to take a guess. Because Nero is like the last support I do not have on my main account. I already have Osaka. And yeah, if you guys want to watch the summoning, I'm probably not going to be summoning for another servant till Miss Crane with Grey Alive. Would appreciate if you came out and watched it. And yeah, I hope to see you guys in the next video. Peace. If you enjoyed this video, consider dropping a like or a sub. And if you're feeling really generous, give me some feedback on the video in the comment section. I am very much looking to improve in the coming months as the channel continues to grow. Hope to see you in the next one. Peace.